Hey guys, it's me. It's your boy Monts. And if you've seen on the thumbnail, it's the end of days. R.I.P. Liverpool, 2018 to 2023. We officially support Hooters FC. We now run a strip club. Hooters FC. We play at Anfield every couple of weeks or so. And we have a bag of dancers for defenders. This is hard for me. This is very, very difficult for me. I've been talking the most. I was screaming Jurgen Quad for a lot of last season. Yeah, that was me. That Jurgen Quad guy. That was me. That was me. That was me. And that game against Wolves, probably the last straw. It's now Hooters FC. Take you down settings. You know, the light skin defense league. In our defense, Virgil, don't want to get dirty. Gomez ain't had a trim since he was good. You know, Trent, another stripper. Hooters waitress. How can I get your order? You know what I'm saying? Matip. Just straight take you down settings. Body roll FC, hand roll FC. We run a strip club. That's what Liverpool is, a strip club. If you're lucky, you'll get 2 dance for the price of 1. You know what I'm saying? Arcs Wolves. They got Gomez and Matip. All for the price of 1. So pick up the chat. Make sure you guys smash a like. I've got a number of guests today. Obviously, for now, just the one of them in the house in the back. I'm going to drop them in a second. We've got a few more coming in who are going to discuss the demise and the crisis of Liverpool Football Club. I can see you guys are enjoying this. You're sick if you guys enjoy the Liverpool demise. You are truly sick if you enjoy this, because this is hard. This is hard. This is difficult. So I didn't come here on my own. I'm gonna bring in someone who has finally decided to make his YouTube channel. He's doing a lot of hard work on the stream and pre-recorded. So make sure you go and subscribe to him. He is Klopp out. And he is here to talk some logic, to kind of remove the emotion from me and help me see why maybe I should be Klopp out, or maybe I should stick to my guns and be Klopp in. I don't know. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm in the matrix right now. Honestly, I don't know. In fact, I'm not Klopp out or Klopp in. Do you know what I am, guys? I'm Klopp save yourself. Walk if you need to. I'm Klopp save yourself. That's what I am. You know what I'm saying? So for a like goal today, guys, I'm thinking about 125 likes. Chat, let me know how many likes you think this video should be running up. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to big up some of the chats just before I bring him in as well. Big up Ethan in the cut. Didn't think it could get any worse. Yeah, you and me both, bro. You're not even a Liverpool fan. You know what I'm saying? Big up Ravi in the house. Monty, Liverpool, we just keep falling deeper and deeper into the soil. This is painful. Casey, I don't even like you anymore. Can't wait for this one. At least Monts is showing his face in these dark times. Smash a like for my bro. He needs it more than ever. Big up Better Days. Trudon says this club is washed. True Day says, where is Monts? I just saw Lamptey on Never a Foul. I head over. I came from Never a Foul just now. Big up United Spurs of America. Big up True Blue. He says, hey Monts, hope you're doing well. Why are you running Daps? Daps is, I don't know where Daps is. Daps is doing this thing. This isn't even a thing to get on. This is a Liverpool thing. So, yeah, enough of that. Big up Football Gossiper. Big up Mustafa. He says, FSG in. Yeah, suck yourself, Mustafa. I love you, man, but, bro, don't say FSG in. Big up Andy as well. Big up Solo. Big up Singh as well. Big up Grant. Worst top club era of all time. We're going to discuss it. Don't you guys worry today. Big up Snake Eyes. Bro, you had some facts when you were on Coppish. Bro, some people just didn't want to hear it. The cold hard. In fact, you know what? Speaking of cold hard facts, just get in it, because not a lot of people want to hear the cold hard facts. It's too difficult for people when it comes to the cold hard facts of Liverpool Football Club. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen. I've been called all types of names on Twitter. All types of names I've been called on this app, on YouTube. All types of names, you know? But it's the cold, hard truth. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat, man. Big up the wiki ticky. He says it's a difficult situation, and I think Klopp has enough credit in the bank to finish the season, but his stubbornness on loyalty is one of the reasons you're so awful right now. And that's coming from an Arsenal fan who's, you know, been under Arsene Wenger. So them man know all about that. The Dark Ages have returned. Plague FCR, it's a plague spreading rapidly in Liverpool Football Club, starting straight from FSG. Big up Glasgow Red TV. Hope you're good, bro. Big up Monts. Speak on Gaga Gomez. You mean Cardi G? You mean Ice Spice? You mean Joey Spice? You mean Joe Gizmo? Let me know which name you guys want to go with. You know what I'm saying? Daps has been dealing with some health issues. That's why he's not ducking. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Get well soon, Daps and all them things.
Big up that, man. Big up.
But yeah, big up the BSB army, big up the BSB family, big up the BSB chat. Make sure you are smashing. Like, how many likes are we even on at the moment? How many likes are we even on? 30 likes. Big man. Love that, guys. Make sure we carry on liking and subscribing if you're new and all that good stuff. G, what are you telling me, bro? Before we get into the nitty gritty, what are you telling me?
Well, I'm good, man. I'm good. I've had some time, you know, there's no Liverpool to watch. Been watching other teams, other players, managers. Yeah, man, it's been all right. It's been kind of calm, man. I'll be honest with you, man. Peaceful days recently. Peaceful day. When Liverpool are not playing this season, it's been peaceful, man. How about you?
Peaceful days. Peaceful days. I mean, I'm getting grilled everywhere I go. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be getting grilled everywhere I go. But as I like to say to people, when you've been punched 20 times, the 21st punch don't hurt as much. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And then, you know, if you're like Arsenal or some shit and you lose your first game in how long, and that's a stiff bang to your chest, you're not going to be able to breathe. You see me? I've been taking shots all season. All season. You know what I'm saying? Since Fulham. Opening day. You know
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually mad. That's actually mad. Since the opening day of the season, we've been taking so many bangs that, it's actually getting political now. It's actually getting political.
I'm feeling, you know when you're getting hit just like this now?
Yeah. The bangs don't hurt anymore. As you said, man, it doesn't really hurt. Like, I'm not angry anymore. Like, usually I used to fight back. You know what I mean? I used to try and defend ourselves because that's what I thought the team was doing. But when the team ain't even defending themselves, I'm not here. I ain't jumping in front of a bullet for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not my brother. So can't really do that now, man.
It's true. Just before we're starting up already, by the way, big up Carefree Lewis. Fuck you at the same time. He says, here to pay respects to Liverpool, R.I.P. Rest in peace. We barely knew you. Wow. Big up. Sonoga says, R.I.P. Always remember, Monts, it could be worse. No. People say that to us. They say it could be worse. We could be Liverpool. That's what people say to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say that to us.
You know when people say, yeah, it could be worse. What's worse?
Yeah,
I don't get worse? I've always wondered, like, what do you consider to be worse? A team who was fighting for 4 trophies last season, playing one of the worst brands of football this season, one of the worst tactical teams this season, and are sitting mid-table out of all competitions bar the Champions League, and that's just due to how the dates have obviously aligned and stuff like that. So I always wonder, like, what's worse than this? Like, and to me, this feels like shit.
Like, also having Real Madrid to play soon as well. How does it get any worse? And then on top of that, like, all your ops are shining. Like, what?
This is what I'm saying. So then how can it be worse? Arsenal on top of the league, like, it can't get any worse than this. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I do want to know, though. What do people think is worse than this, to be fair?
I don't know.
Spurs are ahead of us as well. Shit, I forgot about that. Like, come on, man. There's some meaty teams ahead of us.
What was cool? Chat as well. For the Liverpool fans in the chat, what was worse? This or the 6 loss streak at home? 6 straight defeats at Anfield after being unbeaten for like 3.5 years. Which moment was worse? Them times or these times? Because
you know what's mad, yeah? I was even gonna say before you continue. It's funny because obviously as a fan base, we don't even speak on that too often. Like I've always kind of deep that we don't even speak on that, like how we went that many games, you know, with losses and stuff like that kind of thing. But then I feel like the reason we don't is because we had a ready-made excuse of but we had injuries to centre backs and blah blah blah. So because we had injuries to centre backs, that's why we were able to lose 6 games in a row. I don't know, boy. That doesn't sound too great, but that's a good question though. Whether you think this season's worth, I think this season though, because this season, like the manager hasn't got a clue. The players look like they can't be asked. See what I mean? Everyone's performing shit. Too many other teams are doing too well. Like at least back then, when we were doing shit, everyone else was shit. Spurs were shit. Tottenham was shit. Chelsea were meaty. Newcastle were nowhere to be seen. Brighton were nowhere to be seen. Like all these other teams weren't really doing well. Now they're all doing well. So it's tricky, but
big facts. I think there was more excuses back then. But I have another, by the way, to endure the pain with us. I think, you know, if you have this plethora of pain, and if you split it bit by bit, we might feel it a little bit less. So joining us is not only the man, the myth, the legend. He is honest, and people don't like the honesty sometimes, but he says it anyway, and that's why he is where he is. Why are all the ops tuning into this, by the way? I need more Liverpool in here. There's hella ops in the chat saying, I'm here to pay my respects. What the fuck is this?
Nah, it's all good, man. I like it. I prefer everyone to come to my funeral from now. Come to the funeral from now.
Literally. Like, what the fuck is this? Who is FC? I've come to pay my respects. Yo. Tom, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Everything by Liverpool Football Club is boss.
Before Tom even goes, big up Tom, because I was listening to a Liverpool space earlier on, and you was fighting a losing battle the second you started speaking and defending Klopp, and I was like, I rate Tom because I probably would have just gotten hot and started swearing down the phone because the way everyone was going, I was like, yo, Tom has got some balls in her. Like, you guys, like, tune into the spaces because even I was sitting there thinking, right, Tom, I rate you. You know, I'm not jumping in with you, but you know, I'm with you in spirit. But I'm with you in spirit, 100%.
Facts.
Hey.
So, Tom, just how are you doing? How are you doing apart from Liverpool or Hooters FC?
Everything bar Liverpool Football Club is boss, but it's just once we get to Liverpool Football Club where it all just starts to dramatically fall downhill very quickly.
I mean, obviously there's a few whispers going on around stuff like Naby Keita, Bobby Firmino, and actually I've just seen this on my timeline that Curtis Jones quotation on his idol says his idol has to be Ronaldinho. We have similar dribbling style, and my friends call me Curtisinho. That's where we're at, guys. That's
sometimes it's better to just not say anything.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. When it rains, it pours 100%. And you know what? If I start speaking, Curtis Jones might get mad. His fans might start getting mad. I can't be bothered with that guy. Like,
what fans?
You say that, Tom. You say that. The amount of people that seem to back this guy, I find it quite remarkable. When he's, I'm going to say this as kind as possible. He's just not Liverpool standard. Let me just say that. I'm not going to say what I really think. He's just not Liverpool standard. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I backed that kid by virtue of him being Scouse. That's the only reason he gets my backing. But stuff like this makes it hard to back. Ronaldinho, Curtis Jones.
No, that can be your idol. That can be your idol.
No, Curtisinho.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They call me Curtisinho.
First of all, I 100% know anybody who calls you Curtisinho, they don't play ball. They do. They're not your football friends. They're not like, you know, the ones who play football with you week in, week out. Because if they're calling you that tells me a lot straight away. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Curtisinho, Jesus.
Yeah, we're going to rise up like the Undertaker soon, man. Don't worry.
This isn't primary school football. You're not got Curtisino on the playground, have you? We're on Premier League football pitches and you're trying to run with Curtisino. Don't come on.
Listen, people. There's 70 people in the house already. Barely really into this video. So can you please stop what you're doing and smash that like button? Again, this is a very hard moment for us. I should have dressed in black today, but I decided to turn up in the Liverpool training kit because this is how we decide to turn up to games, actually, in our training kits, realistically, because we don't actually know what we're doing in training. I think maybe we probably play better in training because I'm always seeing all fucking smiles on that stupid Instagram. So, you know, from Jamaica, big up from the motherland. Just heard the news. R.I.P. Liverpool. Hope you have a wonderful service till the end of the season. Thank you. We appreciate the service. Any donations to the Liverpool midfielder, we absolutely appreciated. That goes for everyone else in the chat. If you guys want to super chat and donate £1 to FSG or £1 to Jurgen Klopp, £1 to Liverpool Football Club organization, so we can put money together as a community to pay for a central midfielder, as unfortunately the price of Joe Gomez has fallen to a staggering 25p. So we do need the money. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, Monts is the twin brother of Carlton Banks on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's incredibly random. That is so besides the point. That is so besides the point.
You have to have been sitting there and thinking, nah, he looks like Carlton Banks, bro.
Yeah, like,
he look like Will's cuz.
Yeah,
he look like Will's.
Fuck what he's talking about. I'm seeing Carlton Banks.
That means you definitely had Fresh Prince on earlier on today, 100%. I know you did. I know you.
I just like to think he hadn't clocked it straight away. So he's sitting there watching the stream, going, "Is it? No, it's not him. What's his name again?"
Yeah,
conversation, but he's just thinking.
Literally, let me hit some of the comments. Most of you lot are just laughing at us. Yeah, great. You just keep laughing at us. Yaya Sonogo says, paying my respects to Hooters FC 2018 to 2023. Curtis Jones, Ronaldinho, stop. AG, I subbed because your trailer music was bumping. I thought you was. I was gonna. Do you know? I just realized who that was, bro. That's my. I need to get you back on the channel, by the way. I suppose in America. I need to get you back on.
Nah, big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself.
G is slept up by the YouTube streets. Get him to 1K. Of course, get him to 1K ASAP. And Tom, where can they find you? Because, bro, you're just everywhere, bro. Like,
do I want to be found talking about this football club at the minute? It's a very, very difficult question, that one.
Tough question.
But just there, Tom, you'll find me there if I'm ever wanting to talk about this football club. Mainly Thomas Tuchel at the minute.
Oh, my God.
I like that.
Oh, my God. I mean, like, as I said, he's everywhere. Tom is everywhere. So, and he's here now. So, you know, I've got you guys this box office stuff. You know what I'm saying? Monts, I'm just checking you're all right. Do you need a hug, a cake? Yeah, I know you bake in that, G, but you're going to put some stupid message on your cake. So I don't want to eat your cake. Wait, pause. Pause. Jesus Christ.
Pause.
I'm in the mud, fam. I'm in the mud.
Like we say, man, when it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours, fam. When it rains, it pours. Listen, at least, listen, it could be worse, guys. This could be our manager. It could be
Lord
worse.
of mercy. Lord of mercy.
This could be our manager. It could be worse. Look at everyone now. Look. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
I said, not my.
Liverpool, guys. Let's talk about Liverpool, fam. Let's talk about Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool, fam. Fuck, I'm gonna get clipped, fam.
This is where we've come to, bro. This is what it is at this present moment in time. Pause, but this is just where it is. This is where we're at the moment, man.
This is where we're at, man. This is where I'm at. Oh man, BSB clips channel is coming now. Like it's fuck it. Like so, Bigsixbants clips. Go on, run it up, rise it up, man. Fuck's sake, man. Bobby Firmino's contract. Let's start off with the most positive thing. If there's a crevice of light somewhere, Bobby Firmino's contract. Oh man, fuck, man. My Jamaican ancestors are gonna kill me.
I was just about to say it. Fire for that.
Fire for that. They're gonna kill me. Fuck's sake. Oh man, Bobby Firmino ongoing talks with his agent. Talks looking positive that he's gonna get a short-term contract. Surprising that he didn't get a lifetime contract, knowing Liverpool, knowing Klopp. But I'm not sure how to feel about this one. Bobby's obviously one of my favorite ever players to play for Liverpool just because of the job that he's done. I do feel like his injury problems have quickly become an issue, though. Not actually his slowing down of ability, because that was the question, really. Everyone just kept talking about how much he's done, he's washed. Hassan says he's done. So Hassan, by the way, hold that. He's been our best attacker this season. Hold that, Hassan, by the way. Like all these things about him not doing what he used to do. I'm not saying he's the same player, but he still, for me, maintained a standard. Even last season, he got a plethora of Champions League, got a wide range of Champions League goals, actually. I was watching our Champions League run. He bagged a decent amount of UCL goals last season. Not going to lie. When we needed it. You know what I'm saying? And in the league this season, probably been the best in front of goal. Safe to say?
Yeah.
In front of goal? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, considering the only other player who's good in front of goal hasn't scored.
But he's usually the worst. Like he's usually pillow foot. Firmino's pillow foot. He's pillow foot, bro. So the fact that he's been the most composed in front of goal and his finishing's actually been pretty decent, what does that say?
Nothing positive.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. But does he deserve the contract? And everyone in chat as well, rival fans as well. Does Bobby? And don't do the sarcastic. Yeah, give him a contract. They don't shit. No, just if you're a little, do you think Bobby deserves the extra year on his contract? Do you think his injuries are the issue, or do you think his goal scoring form and the fact that he's been playing for the contract maybe warrants the contract? Obviously, Tom and G will go with you guys. Obviously, or what do you guys think?
I agree with everything you said.
Sincerely,
Firmino. Everything you said was factual. But no, do not sign this man to another contract. We need to let this guy go and let him go now. It's our fault. We didn't get any money for him. Should have sold him when we had the chance to do so, and we didn't. Fair enough. Cool. We kept him. Kind of pointless because he ain't playing now anyway, and I don't see much of him going between now and the end of the season. I think, which is a funny thing, is that he is the problem and the solution of this team. He's the problem because Klopp cannot move away from his style of play, but then he is the solution because we need him to play the style of play for Klopp to work. So he is the problem and the solution. When you've got a player like that, get out. Not in that way. I don't mean it and just kick him out. Like I respect Firmino. Get out. Like I won't even that's the thing. I don't even say get out. Like I don't even want that because I like Bobby. Yeah, he's actually one of those players where if he was to leave, I'll be like, oh, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like you're a real one. Like he's one of those type of players. But we need to start making some harsh decisions, I think, in the summer. And when you've got a player who's 31, going to be 32 next season, injury prone, rarely plays. Why? Like, does that sound? If I didn't tell you who it was, does that sound like a player that you'd want to keep on a deal? If I told you that he was 31, soon to be 32, he plays in a position that we're stacked in. He is injury prone and rarely plays many minutes unless he's fit, which he might not even play if he is fit. If I told you that was a profile of a player, would you turn around and say, yeah, that sounds like a player that we need to keep at a football club that's trying to challenge for titles, that's trying to challenge for the Champions League, that's trying to challenge for other honours?
All right, we ain't there no more, though, G. We gotta stop.
No.
We gotta
And
stop all that because we ain't there no more.
And this is why it is a little bit like it depends. Obviously, this season, my personal opinion, we ain't finishing top 4 or 5. So you're right. Our goals next season might be a little bit different, and it's going to take us time anyway to get back to the top. I think Liverpool are not going to bounce back next season. I think we're going to be better than this season, but I think it's going to be another battle to finish in the top 4. And I don't think we're good enough. Even if we buy players, I still think that other teams should be good enough to get there, unless Man City obviously fuck up with their whole investigation and that. For me, I'm letting the guy go. Like, that's wages I'd rather spend on something else. Like, you're not that
anyway.
Sorry?
He doesn't. You know what I mean?
We won't spend them. We'll save them wages and then just won't spend them.
Yeah, like we don't spend them anyway.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And then this is why I say with Liverpool, this summer is going to be real interesting. Like, forget new owners. Just imagine we're still under FSG, which I think we still will be. How are FSG going to maneuver the transfer market, etc., etc.? That's going to be so interesting. Hence the reason why I think Klopp's going to keep a lot of these players, because I don't feel like he's out here trying to, even if he had the money, I still think he's not really looking at buying that many players to fix up the team like that. I feel like he's still trusting a lot of these players. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them, other than, the ones out of contract. I think the core main, like Curtis Jones, Carvalho, maybe, Elliott, like all of these kind of guys, I feel like he still trusts them. Firmino, Thiago, Henderson, like he trusts these guys. So people are talking about, we got to sign 3-4 midfielders and we need another striker or another right winger. I don't feel like Klopp's looking at it like that. I feel like he's calm. Tyler Morton, come back into the squad. You're going to come in as my new defensive midfielder alongside Bicetic, like Firmino. Yeah, you could still do a job. We're going to play you so that next season Gakpo can learn off you. We've still got Diaz, Nunes. Like, we got to get in the head of we got to get in the head of Klopp, because if we don't, boy, we're just going to be upset come the end of the summer, and we're going to be like, why? We're going to be doing spaces saying, why didn't we sign this guy? Why did we sign that guy? It's like, well, why would we have signed that guy? Klopp doesn't think we need to sign these players. Klopp doesn't think like we do. So, yeah, man, that's what I think about Firmino anyway.
Firmino will get this new contract. He'll end up with it, but
yeah, 100%. I agree.
Whether it's the right thing to do is a different kettle of fish. I mean, he's been our best player this season in terms of an attacking viewpoint, but his competition hasn't exactly been fierce. He's had to deal. His biggest threat has been Mark Albrighton, but the Egyptian version, or 80% big chances missed conversion rate. Darwin Núñez, he hasn't really had much of a threat in terms of taking that off him.
Once upon a time, I would have said Salah's playing like Solly March, but I can't even say that.
No, Solly March scores.
Because Solly March been balling out, bro. Like,
Solly March scores goals. Mark Albrighton just hugs the touchline and whips in crosses.
March actually trying to dribbles at his player, Assad says Firmino was your best player before the World Cup. I'd keep him as a squad player. He's still got a use for this Liverpool team. He's more useful than 80% of your team. Do you know what's so funny? He didn't even go to the World Cup, but came back from the World Cup injured. Obviously he didn't come back from the World Cup, but he didn't go to the World Cup. But it's like he might as well have gone. He might as well have gone. That's a place.
I've not seen him. As in, I even forgot. What does he look like?
They told us it was a 3-week calf injury, by the way. They told us it was a 3-week knock on his calf. Nothing serious. He's sitting on the sidelines thinking, these men are so shit. These men are shit. Like, serious cheeks. Like, these men are lame. Lame.
Bro, you got
use the word lame.
You said 3 weeks. I specifically remember Klopp saying a few games. I expected him back in January, like early January.
We all expect him back for Brentford away.
Brentford. I had him in my squad prediction. He was in my lineup for Brentford game. We're in February. We're touching Valentine's Day soon, and I'm still not seeing no love from Bobby. So, it's actually crazy.
Please. So I mean, I've done a poll, and on the poll, 57% say no, and 43%, or it's changed now, 45% have said yes, he does deserve a contract extension. So it's kind of not split through the middle, but kind of leading towards the no. Let me hit some more of the comments. Keita can F off. I agree there. He can definitely F off, bro. With his banana foot, bro. The way he shoots actually pisses me off. Every time he shoots, it pisses me off. Firmino and Milner retiring at Liverpool. You got that right. James Bond says strip club FC. Don't ever speak on Arsenal. I'm pretty sure you man got Onana, didn't it? But anyway, happy travels back from Merseyside. Klopp is too attached to the same Deadwood players. Okay, so what does getting rid of Bobby do? He's not a starter and still has the quality and abundance. It's not like a Hendo situation where he's done out and plays weekly. It's true. Ed says, Ed, don't do that. I hear Coutinho is available. Wink, wink. Once upon a time.
And where's Charlie?
If Bobby kept fit after his goal exploits this season whilst he was playing for a new contract, then yeah, no problem. If he gets a new contract, will he stay fit? I don't think so. I think it's a fitness thing with me. It's not really a quality thing.
Yeah, the quality is calm.
Still. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's also like the role, like you go back to being like sixth choice next year. He's only played as much this year because we've been that bad and we've had that many injuries that we've had no one else to really play. But I'm assuming next year, Jota will be ahead of him in the pecking order. Nunes will be ahead of him in the pecking order. God knows if Cody Gakpo is going to be up front or on the wing. If he's up front, he might even be ahead of him in the pecking order. So this is the point where I'm getting at. It just like you probably won't replace him, so you'd be better off keeping him just in case everyone goes down with an injury. But in an ideal world, you wouldn't keep him because you wouldn't be paying 120k a week for fourth choice.
It's true. So moving forward, Naby Keita, bro. Naby Keita. Oh my gosh, Monts, pull the notepad out on Klopp like he did on Arsenal last stream. And Klopp don't want to see my notepad, bro. He'll probably treat me like James Pearce, bro. Like you, like he
might need to look at that notepad every now and again just to understand what he's doing is wrong. Like that would be nice. That would be nice.
I've been backing out the notepad on everyone who's dropped points. Trust me, Klopp don't want to be like, yeah. Naby Keita though. Naby Keita. Oh, Naby Keita. What's going on? Just get him out. It's not even a conversation. Just get him out. Get him the fuck out. Like
I don't know why he's still here. I saw a lovely little tweet from a Tottenham account that said that Tottenham are interested in Naby Keita. When they were describing him, they said he was. I think the quote was, "Naby Keita was key to Liverpool's Champions League and Premier League success." Key. If he was key, well, I don't know what key is anymore. If that's key. God knows what Salah was, what Van Dijk was, because I thought they were key, not Naby Keita. You know, like it's been 6 years of this. I'm tired of it. The best run I've got from Naby Keita has been when he's about to leave the football club, and it's still not convinced me to take another risk on him. Just get him out the door, get him and his wet shots and his wet passes all out the door, and start again. The Wolves game. Oh my God, he had the most shots and not a single one reached the goal. They all got blocked before they hit the goal because he doesn't hit them hard enough.
Do you know what?
His left foot or his right foot or his head or whatever, he doesn't hit them hard enough, so the defender just blocks it. Ruben Neves blocked 3 shots in 5 seconds from Keita because all of them were that bad.
Have you ever seen like a little kid just try to kick a football and like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when he shoots, it's like he honestly just swings his foot anyhow and hopes for the best. Like
he's such a weird guy. Like because he's not a shit player. I can't sit here and say
he's techie as fuck. Like no one's ever gonna say this. No matter how he goes or how much he gets injured, Naby Keita is not a dead baller. This guy is techie as fuck. You don't want to buck him at Rondo. You don't want to buck him on 5-a-side. You don't want to buck this guy on 5s. I promise you.
Nah, 5s will be long.
Yeah, long on 5s. But bro, like you can even against Wolves, the positions he was taking up, you can see something there. You can still see something there. But then he'll just flick the ball up and just swing his left foot at it and just kick it wide when he's got 2 inverted runners. What are you doing? Do you know how many times he got the ball unopposed on the edge of the box and done fuck all with it? And then when the ball fell to him inside the 18-yard box, man them were screaming for handball. How about this? It hit Robbo. It wasn't even going in. It wasn't even going in. He couldn't even hit the target. I was ready. I can't lie. I was ready to cash. I was already. You man know how long I've been on Keita out of my club. Even when he was going on his good run. Gee, do you remember? With Jerry, with Roms, with Saint, with everyone, I was saying, nah, I don't care about the Keita hype thing. He needs to go. At his peak, I was saying he needs, no. And then he skied it in that Champions League final when he tried to do that Trivella first time. When he done the 1-2 with the moon in that Champions League final. I swear to God that I nearly burst a fucking vein in my head, bro. I can't honestly, go look back at the watch along.
For me, yeah, it was that game, yeah. That game, obviously, that was like, that was the nail in the coffin. Yo, Naby, I think it's time. But I've seen the guy get taken off at half time in games, and I'm just like, if you're getting taken off at half time, and I'm sure it's happened on more than one occasion,
he got
then I'm looking at
half against Madrid like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of in my brain. Is like, I just remember that game and thinking, damn, you really must have been shit for you to come up in the first half, because we know Klopp don't want to be making first half substitutions realistically. Like, he's a 60-minute man. You get what I'm trying to say? So he'd rather wait until then. If he's taking you off at 45, and he's thinking, what? I can't even remember who the option was who came off the bench that game.
I think whoever that was. I get a 50% fit Thiago had to come off the bench.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that is situation. You were playing that shit. That's crazy.
Didn't they inject up Thiago just so he could play?
Yeah, just so he could play. Yeah. That's a hire the Spurs fan who kicked him.
Man are saying hire the Spurs fan who kicked Ramsdale. At least he can hit the target. At least he can hit the target. How about that?
No, do you know what it is with Keita? Do you know what it is with Keita? I used to actually really like him. I thought there was a player in there. He just was unlucky. But then when he went that full, remember that year 2021, that Real Madrid year? You do realize he played less than 10 league games.
Yeah,
he couldn't make 10 league games.
Hasn't Keita missed 93 games? Oh, no, 83 games to Liverpool in total.
He played 8 league games in that COVID year. Out of 38 games, he played 8.
Wow.
That was when I was done.
He got injured by getting on the plane.
When he had the air conditioner on his neck. Yeah.
Yo, I'm sorry, but why is it at Liverpool? And it's not just Naby, because we seem to get like Thiago had a problem with his ear not too long. Like, why do we get these weird?
We don't have a club doctor. You man know this. That's why. You man heard Firmino's got
hurting his eye. I was like, brother, what are you doing that you're even hurting your eye?
Bro, we don't have a club doctor, and man are acting confused when players are out longer than they should be because there's no doctor. You've probably got because Alisson knows how to do everything. He can fucking cook, he can clean, he can make saves, he can score goals,
he can pray.
He speaks language. He's a man of God. He's got a good hairline. He's got great skin. He's got a great beard. They probably got him doing the fucking doctor stuff because he's got steady hands. They probably say, you got great hands. You do it. Like, bro.
It was Keita this year when he missed the first game with an injury or an illness. Then he was on the bench for Crystal Palace because he wasn't fully fit. And then it came to United, and we were sitting there going, like, this is Keita's game now. You know, he's got over that illness. We're without Thiago. We're without Firmino. We need Keita to come in and have a good game. And then he fell over on the pre-game walk and was out until after the World Cup.
Wait. What?
That was why he's been injured all season, because he fell over again in the build-up to Man United. He fell over. He tripped up on some grass. He tripped up on some grass on a pre-game walk and was out for 3 months.
Yeah, Keita, you got to bounce, my bro. I think we've reached the end of the tether with you. You know what's gonna be funny, but also get me mad is if I see him at another club and not get injured. Like, forget how he plays. If he just doesn't get injured. If I see him at Tottenham, for example, and he doesn't get injured at all, Yeah, Klopp.
How about this? I'll go injure him. I'm gonna go injure him. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna be like, hold on,
have to two-foot him.
Liverpool you injured this much, but like you've gone to Tottenham, for example, and you ain't been injured all season.
No, bro. Gee, that's what's going to happen. Ox is gonna go, and Ox is going to play 35 out of 38 Premier League games or wherever league. If he goes to another league, Ox is going to play.
Southampton. I think he should just go down there.
Ox is going to play 30 plus games in the league alone wherever he moves. KR, he's playing 28 to 32 games when he leaves. That's what's going to happen. If Bobby doesn't sign the new contract, he's playing the next 2 seasons with no injuries. When Firmino goes to Serie A, he's going to look like flipping. Who's he going to look like? He's going to look like fucking Patrick Vieira, fam. He's going to look like Vieira, bro. Like, I can see it. When these men are free from Jurgen's, you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Look at some of the players. Obviously, bar like the obvious, like Matt Hummels, just seems like he was just in a walking injury list. But Lewandowski, he's prolonged his career for this long. You know for a fact, if he was still under Jurgen Klopp, that career is very Dortmund, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna last any. Look at Goetze. Goetze out here now got all these issues and problems ever since he left Dortmund. Marco Reus, Jesus Christ, I forgot about that guy. He's got his.
When you go through that Dortmund team, they're all injury prone. His prime Dortmund team, they're all injury prone. Gundogan's injury prone. Nuri Sahin was injury prone. Piszczek was injury prone.
Blaszczykowski, we never heard of him.
Hummel's injury prone. Blaszczykowski was injury prone. Schmelzer was injury prone. Royce was injury prone. Goetze was injury prone. Lewandowski was teetering on the edge of it. I've rattled off 9. Left to Subotic was injury prone. He had an injury.
He was hard at one point.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was a good little defender.
The only player in that starting 11 who wasn't injury prone was Weidenfeller, and he's the goalkeeper.
But hey, guys, we want Klopp here, and we want him to stay for the foreseeable future, and we want him to get all these players to push through, and we need all of these players to play under Jurgen Klopp, because Klopp's going to have us doing this whole madness of things in like 3 years' time when he leaves by 2026, and the team's going to be in a better place when Klopp leaves than it was when he took over. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Look at this troll, Hassan. Hassan, if you're bad, you'll jump in the stream right now. You're bad.
Oh no!
Come feel the melt. Come feel the pain. Enjoy the pain with us.
Brother, them books look heavy. They look super.
You use them as like cup holders, and they just
bro. The way he held it,
that's
like
what they used for.
Like, yeah, those books are heavy.
Do not dead me.
This one, yeah. Fantastic little opening section. Jordan Henderson is so humble. He describes himself as one of the most notable profiles in world football.
Okay, between the two books, obviously I know they're two different types of books. What is a better read, shall I say then? Like, honestly, in your opinion? Okay, fair enough.
This one's just, like them travel books that you buy, where you want to find where you want to go on holiday. If I wanted to go to the back arse of Belgium, because he's went through all the back arse of Belgium with his wife after we won games. So that one, if I'm looking at a travel book, this one isn't much better. This one's just wanking himself off for the 13-14 season. But hey ho, maybe one day we'll release a good book.
Oh boy. So next, obviously, the hard part of the conversation. Jurgen Norbert Klopp.
That's my favorite conversation.
Yeah. Jurgen Norbert Klopp. Or, do you know what? We have someone on the way in about 5 minutes. So let's wait let's hold up 5 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like let's wait 5 minutes.
Have you not seen the Bellingham stuff, by the way?
What?
He's got doubts over joining us now because we're in.
He's got doubts at joining a mid-table team who are not going to be in Europe.
He's got doubts apparently.
Surely,
he's got doubts apparently. Yeah.
No, not the team who plays the best football in the Premier League and have done so for the last 7 years. No, who have the best manager? No.
The quote is: Jude Bellingham is hesitating with his decision to join Liverpool. With them sitting at 10th, he wishes to know where the development of the club is going before a final decision.
Oh,
Oh, ah, oh. Well,
the thing is, you know what's mad?
More for Klopp, right? More for you, right? No, but
No. Remember, the lure of Jurgen Klopp is enough to bring any player to the football club. So I expect Liverpool to sign Bellingham, Vardio. Who else is a Liverpool fan out there? Any other Liverpool player?
Caicedo, we can probably convince
Caicedo. I expect all of them to be signed because
Mbappe's mum's a Liverpool fan. Mbappe's mum's a Liverpool fan, so we should get Mbappe because
Mbappe's mum. Like, come on, man. Like, I expect all of these to be done, kind of thing. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, when it does come to someone like a Bellingham, look, he's a dope baller. And, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and try to diss him. He's a fantastic football player and probably will go on to do amazing things. The reality is, even if that's true or not true, the reality is you'd have to think that in his mind, he definitely would be looking at that regardless. And it's not even, maybe he's not looking at this season so much in terms of saying, oh, they're going to finish 10th next season, because I don't believe we'd finish this low next season. But he definitely will be looking at the club and thinking, what kind of direction are you guys kind of going in? I mean, the ownership thing is all up in the air. Your players are old. Your best players are too old, so they're all going to be leaving soon. Who are you bringing in to kind of play alongside me? Is it going to be one of those ones where he's 19 and by the time he hits 23, 24, that's when Liverpool become a good team enough to start winning again? Does he want to waste that amount of time in his career? Like, I'll be surprised if that isn't a conversation at least. Not to say that he still wouldn't choose Liverpool. I do genuinely believe that he would choose Liverpool at the end of it if we were going in the right direction. But he's got to start asking himself these kind of questions. Like, he's got to start thinking, yo, is this the right team? Can I not go somewhere else where it still gives me the same morals, the same project idea, and I can develop my football under a better coach, under a coach who can develop me, and in a team whereby they're going in the right direction? Football's a short career, bro. Like, you don't want to waste your time at a team just because the manager sounded nice on the phone. Like, I need to know, are you guys going to be going in the right direction? Klopp's leaving soon as well, so he's not even going to be here for his prime years. So a lot of questions.
We might have actually spent the equivalent of 4 transfer windows delaying signing midfielders, putting off signing midfielders, turning down midfielders, basically, blocking all their numbers, being, fuck them off. I've got my eyes on the one, and then the one turns us down because we're a bit shit. And then we're going to be left with the scraps of Ruben Neves. Or
Tom, first of all, we have to respect Ruben Neves because of the dross we got in midfield. But, my bro, we all know how this story ends. Deep down, I know Bellingham is not on his way to Liverpool. Do you know why? It's like, we've all been there where we're chasing a gal. And she's so fine, bro. She ain't got no flaws. You tell her, take off your makeup. She goes, I already did take off my makeup. And you're like, oh, I'm in love. Oh, you know them ones there, darling, take off your makeup. Oh, I've already taken it off. You see what I'm saying? So we've all been there. We've been there. You can't fault this. She got no faults. You tell the man them there's no one's perfect, but no, she's perfect. The perfect fit to the puzzle. All the sightings, air, hella air. And the worst thing is they all want you. Even the decent things want you, but no air because you want the perfect one. But little do you know, you are one in many. You are just a number to her. You are the flirt, but she's never actually gonna link you. Like,
it's unfortunate.
It's more to that perfect girl than flirting with you, and then the second it comes to linking, she's not on it. She's not on it.
You make the move, and she's like, "It's not the right point in my life yet. I don't feel like I'm not in the right spot for a relationship. No." And you're sitting there going,
This is it. We're about to get friend zoned by Jude Bellingham. We're about to get friend zoned, and the worst thing is about it. The worst thing is we won't even know when it's happened because Just like how we're going to see him in another team's shirt, you're going to see on Instagram, she's going to post her acrylics on the next man's dashboard, fam. That's what it's going to be, bro. That's what it's going to be. You're going to see flipping Bellingham's feet up on a private jet, and the jet's going to be baby fucking blue. Or it's going to be jet white. And you're going to see Spain on the bottom. Or you're going to see Manchester on the bottom. Or do you know what? You might just see West fucking London. Where them man are moving. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. It's nuts.
It's peak, man. It's
have you seen the amount of flirting Arsenal's done? Only to get pied. And to settle for the meaty one. That's us. We can't even laugh. That's what I'm looking at. Even there's bare teams that if you guys were Bellingham, yeah, like take your Liverpool bias out of it, yeah, obviously. But if you was Bellingham and you got, let's say he's got, I think apparently I saw today he's rejected Chelsea and PSG, yeah. So let's say we rule out those two, and you got Liverpool, City, Real Madrid, Man United, Arsenal. Let's say they're like the realistic ones that will probably go in for him if they can. If you're looking at all of their projects, all of their managers as well, because that's important, which one realistically would you look at and think they're heading in the right direction? If you had to just like taking, you might choose Liverpool. If you do, fair enough. But if you had to take your Liverpool bias out of it, which one are you realistically looking at and saying between Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Real Madrid? That's probably the only teams I can really think of that he would go to like that. City, bro.
We're at the bottom.
Ronaldo and Gundogan. City. It's simple. It's so simple.
We are at the bottom of the bottom. The only club with a worse future outlook than us is Tottenham. Because they can't replace Harry Kane, but we still haven't replaced Wijnaldum. Like, we are at the bottom. Arsenal have a good young core with a good young manager. Why wouldn't you want to go join them, the top of the league? You can see the plan for United. Real Madrid it's just Real Madrid who's going to say no to Madrid. United, City, it's Pep Guardiola, it's Erling Haaland, it's Kevin De Bruyne. What have we got? Lad, do you remember when Jordan Henderson groomed you for 3 weeks at a World Cup? Do you want to come back and see him again? Do you want to come play with, James Milner?
It's interesting to see where he goes, Honestly, you're judging him.
Because you're interested at first, bro, and then your partner becomes hella clingy. You're interested at first, and then the clinginess get clingy. It's not attractive anymore. It's clingy.
We're ringing them every day.
You're ringing the girl. She don't want to talk. She wants her space. You're pushing her away, and that's what we're doing. Nah, bro, it's mad. Like, you know what?
Bellingham's getting off training, and he's getting left with like voicemails off Klopp. He's getting left with voicemails, and where are you? You okay?
You okay? Like, I miss you. Like, and I ain't even.
We're not.
It feels like we've known each other
not
forever.
Double texting. My man is like quadruple texting, quintuple texting him. He's taking out a reply and he's getting 3 to respond to. That's what we're doing. That's how desperate we are.
So everyone replies through 3 messages you're sending back. That's crazy. Crazy.
Literally. By the way, I haven't even done no housekeeping, man. I've been so engulfed in this funeral that we've been attending. Let me hit some of the comments. Before we do hit the comments, guys, there's been like 100 of people basically in the house right now. We're on 81 likes, so very good ratio at the moment. So as Cal is about to jump in, guys, can we please smash the like button? The like goal today is 125 and we're only about 40 off. So make sure if you haven't hit the like button, please do already. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to Bigsixbants. We've just hit 3,200 subscribers. So, next goal, 3,300 subscribers. Let's hope to get there within maybe by the end of the week, maybe next week. But let's just get there as soon as we can and all that good stuff. And
guys,
subscribe, people. And make sure you subscribe to GTV as well, doing a load of good stuff. What's the next goal for you as well, G? Was it 300?
We are on to 300. Please, guys, if you smash that subscribe button, much appreciated, man. But make sure you smash this one first if you haven't. I know you guys are watching on other different platforms as well, so smash that subscribe button, man. Smash that like button. It only takes literally a nanosecond, so just do it.
100% people, 100% appreciate it. And obviously make sure you go follow Tom on all socials. You'll see him on the terrace, you'll see him on Hussein show, you'll see him, Jerry, you see him everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Probably see him cussing out Jurgen Klopp, telling him to leave Bellingham alone as well. But yeah, all that good stuff, man. Now just to hit some of these comments. Sorry guys, I've been a bit lately on the comments. They were flying, of course, and I got a bit carried away with my, my feet, the female sort of what's the word? Analogies, the female analogies that I love to throw in. I've been doing this since I started YouTube. One day it's gonna get me bagged, but yeah.
Let's hope not, bro.
Yeah.
I think what's gonna get you bagged is what you said earlier on. That'll get you in some real trouble.
Oh yeah, we won't go that.
Not the kind of trouble that you want. Yeah.
I'm done at it. Neil Gunner says she texts you when she's bored. Aya Kid says, yeah, friend zone basically. Left on red. Chudon says pied. Madrid already said Bellingham is going to England. Cameron Elder says, I feel unless we sell this club, we are in trouble. If we sell, get in the sporting manager, and let's raid the Portugal and Brazilian market. We are not Wolves, my brother, but I understand what you're saying, Cameron. Tchouameni, Valverde, damn. Tchouameni, is he injured at the moment as well? But yeah, does Bellingham want to come come back to the UK though, even though he's English? I can't lie, that analogy is true. It's very true, bro. That analogy, bro. I didn't go in that much on the analogy for you know what I'm saying. Monts, I won't judge you for the cake comment. What cake comment, bro? What are you talking about? I'm loving this meltdown. Keep it coming. Oh, allow me. Monts question for Tom: are Liverpool sinking faster than the Titanic, or can Klopp turn it around like in 2021?
No, because the difference then was the players are still playing for him. They're not now. They are not playing for him now.
Ethan says smash the like button. Big up as well. Oh my gosh, Andre Wisdom hype. Oh my god. Long time since I heard that name.
I was just
we could have done with a young Wisdom, Andre Wisdom these times.
Is he now? Is he still at Derby? That was the last place I remember him.
I can't even remember.
Huh?
No, I don't even know where he's at now.
Is he at Derby?
Andre Wisdom's doing his thing.
Oh yeah, someone check up on my boy. Someone check up on my boy Andre Wisdom.
Yeah, you don't have that. See if he's okay,
check
man.
Up on Conor Randall and them, man. Check up on Conor Randall.
Oh my, he's in Birmingham's B team.
Oh,
they have a B team.
What?
In the under 23s. That's where he's at.
I know he is not under 23. I know he is not under 23.
He's 29.
Assad said, guys, I know it's an uncomfortable combo, but Thiago needs to be called out. He's just been as bad as the other midfielders, but because he looks nice on the ball, he gets away with it. He's been. I said we have to be a different type of shit to make Thiago look shit.
Yeah,
how really good he is. But I do understand when people say, "Is it possible? Is it really a thing?" Questioning his purchase in the first place and trying to mold him into something he's not, rather than actually buying someone suited. Like if your midfielder is an engine, why do you buy a maestro? But Thiago was my favorite midfielder outside the Premier League, so I can't emotionally. I'm just there in it. Like I'm emotionally there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like an overseas babes. I can't slander. She's there, like she's there. Like I can't slander that. You can't say it. You can't slander.
The thing is that you make perfect sense of that, because I think before Liverpool, Thiago was like a player that I looked at and said, imagine if he was in our team. But I didn't think that Klopp was just gonna buy him and turn him into a guy.
When he posted the Instagram picture and he had the Liverpool thing in his eye, I promise you, I ran out my yard, bro. Like,
I was like, right, Thiago, real ballers.
I can't question that. I don't care if he's not suited to my club. Anyone's taking Thiago.
No, cool. It was the comp after his first game. We made 7-minute comps of just passes. He broke records that we never knew.
45 minutes against Chelsea. I swear to God, I was thinking, yo. We're winning the league. We're winning the league. Like we're gonna.
You know how mad this debut was? We forget he gave away a pen. He gave away a pen.
Yeah, we didn't care. We was like, you know what? Alan,
I forgot about that.
Ali saved it anyway.
Yeah, he done it for the confidence for Alisson. That's why he done it. He reads the game that well. That's what Thiago
Right.
does.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, big up my OGs, Connor Randall, Larauchi. You know what I'm saying? Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Big up Suso and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up.
Sinclair.
He's at PSV now, isn't it?
How about this? Do you know who a winger who we could do with? Big up Ryan Kent. Big up Ryan
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
We could have done with a Ryan Kent. You know what
Where's
I'm saying?
Shea Ojo when you need him? Have we still got
Hey,
him?
Ojo.
Shea Ojo.
Do you know what I'm saying? Wait, who's the other one? Oh my God, who's the other one with the mini throw? Who was
Harvey Blair?
not Brewster with the mini throw, bro. Oh my God, what was his name?
Oh, Ajaria.
Ajaria.
No, not Obi Ajaria, not Obi Ajaria. Bro,
not Camacho. What about Rafa Camacho?
No, it wasn't, bro. Striker, bro. Black Q. Never like Black Q.
Tall or short?
In the middle, bro. In the middle. He was
not
around.
Sturridge
was around. Dubbed like the next Sturridge with Jordan Ibe and them, man.
Jerome Sinclair.
Oh, Jerome
Sinclair.
Right. Do you want to know what he's doing now with himself? You don't even want to know.
Check up on my boy as well. Let me see what he's doing.
He's not got a club.
He just opened up a Morley's.
Yeah.
He just opened up a Morley's in Birmingham. Yeah.
Are you joking or are you like being serious?
This is what he's doing with himself.
So Wisdom's at
big up yourself for
Birmingham's B team. So Andre Wisdom's at Birmingham's B team, and Sinclair opened up a Morley's in.
I don't think he's associated to a club at the moment.
Oh my God!
But you got to understand, this is what I mentioned about like the academy in itself. Like I don't mind if an academy player can't make it to the Liverpool first team, that's all right. I'm good with that. But your career cannot be then you go to teams like Birmingham at the age of 29. You're opening up a Morley's because your career didn't go to Pan. Like how good were you? Like what were you doing at Liverpool then if this is your ending like to your careers? Like I'm not seeing Tomori, AC Milan, Mark Gay still playing in the Premier League, Crystal Palace, Conor Gallagher, who looks like he could, if he was to leave, he would, Declan Rice. Like, I'm not seeing that kind of projection. I'm seeing too many of these, and I think we don't really have anyone that I can think of. Ben Woodburn, he was supposed to be touted the next best thing. Liam Miller, supposed to be a decent player.
Jordan Rossiter. Gary McAllister.
Oh my God.
Jordan Rossiter.
Don't say that.
The new Stevie G.
Jordan Rossiter and Cameron Brannigan, the future of Liverpool's midfield.
Yes, Brannigan.
Oh my God.
Adam Morgan, Pacheco.
Adam Morgan.
Tommy.
We're getting too many of these players, man. We do need to, I need new owners to come in and just rip the academy, burn it down, and I need to just start again and just find some new players. Like, please.
The current academy is not bad,
well.
The current academy is not bad.
Wait, is Jordan Ibe?
Injuries ripped him to shreds.
All of them but Jordan Ibe. Jordan Ibe obviously had his mental health problems for me. I think Jordan Ibe generally did at a high school.
Jordan Ibe was on Klopp, Jordan Ibe was on Klopp. The reason why Jordan Ibe didn't succeed is because Klopp, this goes back to FSG a little bit, but we brought in Mane and he basically said to Ibe, you're not going to get game time. Because I think he knew we had to generate funds. If we kept Jordan Ibe when we had Mane, it would have been the perfect person for Ibe to mirror his game or look up to. Him going to Bournemouth, it was never good. Him at Liverpool. Do you guys remember his last goal for Liverpool?
West Brom.
Final game
when he ripped up Nuffman and slapped it in. Of course, when he cut him from the right side on his, come on, Cal.
On his left foot, like that was Ibe.
Bro,
and then we sold him.
I knew he was the guy when he hit the post on his debut in the Merseyside derby
against Everton.
When he hit on weaker foot 30 yards on the Jamie Carragher on his goodbye thing, hitting the post from 30 yards.
That was definitely a player who I was a bit annoyed, only because he looked like, as you say, like he looked like a player that I thought, but he could still basically what Curtis Jones is now. I was looking at him thinking, if Curtis Jones could be in the team, I know Jordan Ibe could have been in the team at that time anyway, with all the players that we had, and he just would have developed from there. But obviously, we had to generate the funds to buy whoever. So, is with that.
Cal, obviously, welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome. We didn't really give you an intro, but we've had a lot of this stream has been very down and up. I know that the term is up and down, but no, for us right now, it's been very down and up. We've used the Bellingham thing. We've used the analogy of, Jude Bellingham. By the way, smash a like for Cal, by the way. Smash a like for Cal.
Smash a like for you guys, man. Smash a like for you guys.
You know what I'm saying? But we were saying how, like, you ever had that one gal that was just perfect? But
I'm married, Monts, so I don't know what you're trying to do here, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. Cool.
The couch is cold this time of the year. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. It's cold out here. But it's that reach. She's just out of reach, but she's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But what we said was, you tell her, darling, it's fine. Take off your makeup, and she goes, I already did, and you go, oh, she's all right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, as perfect as she is in your eyes, you're just another redder.
Yeah, I'm just in the friend zone.
The more you double message, quad message, you're just pushing her away. And that's what that's what Liverpool are doing to Jude. And we said, later, we're going to see the acrylics on the story, on the private story, on another brother's dashboard in a Bentley. Yeah? And you know what it's the equivalent to? We're going to see Jude Bellingham's Jordan 1s in either a jet white jet with Spain as the thing, or we're going to see his Jordans on the dashboard in Manchester in a sky blue Bentley. It's one of the two. He's going to go West London with Enzo and them, man.
So I got a theory. The Man City situation has thrown stuff in arrears because I'll be honest, up until yesterday, he was a Man City player in my eyes. Especially with Gundogan going, Bernardo Silva going, he was like, yeah, Bellingham's gone. It's done. After what happened yesterday now, City ain't signing anyone this summer. It just ain't happening.
They're not.
But
Rico.
No, they're not. They can't.
Why can't they sign them?
They're probably going to get hit with a transfer.
No, tell her like they can sign players, but Bellingham, he ain't going to go there knowing what he could potentially be doing. He's not. He's too smart of a character to do that.
Mm.
I'll be honest with you though. Don't rule out the other side of Manchester. People are sleeping on United. If United get top 4, it's not like they ain't been in for him before. They're in a better position than us in terms of structure around players and all that at the moment. He walks into their team. So he might still end up in Manchester, just the Manchester that we dislike more than the other Manchester team. I don't think Chelsea have a chance of getting him. It's between Real Madrid and Man United in my eyes. We ain't got a chance at the moment.
Okay.
We ain't got a chance at the moment.
No. We'll just give us that scout job. We'll give him like chief scouts or something. Convince him anyway, because apparently he's this Lord and Savior that we've got.
Did you say you'll give him chief scout?
Might as well. I don't know who our chief scout is at the minute. Has he not left? Does his son want to play, under 21s? Does he have any more children that he wants to get in the club? We'll have a family reunion in Liverpool for the Bellingham family. That's about all we can offer. We can't offer like top Champions League, but we'll sit there and go, we're a family club. We'll buy a nice little house in Formby. You can have a nice little family reunion, get all of them back together. Your dad, we can't pay you 300 grand a week, but we can pay you 200, and your dad can work for the extra 100 grand. That'll be his wages. We'll have a nice little family set up here.
I've just seen a comment. Could Newcastle be out, boys?
Not yet. I think if this was next season,
another win. Couple
then
windows.
I would have said,
Couple windows. They'll have Neymar. They'll have Neymar. Couple windows. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah, because when you look at Eddie Howe as well, I'm looking at the type of players that I feel like even with his type of talent ID, I also think as much as Newcastle have money, I actually think Newcastle are going to move on from Eddie Howe soon. Now, when I say soon, I'm talking next season. I don't think he's a long-term guy. I think they look at someone like him, unless he can win a Premier League in the next couple of years.
I think they'll keep him.
No. They're going to keep. No, I'm not saying they're going to not now. This isn't like a today thing. I mean, this season they get top 4, fantastic. Next season they would have to obviously match that in order for him to, I think, stay. Right. If he doesn't get top 4 again, I actually think that because you got to realize Newcastle, it's going to be a bit like the Manchester City thing. You're going to get to a point where someone like Eddie Howe is just too small for what you're trying to do. I.e., you've got your obviously Man City were a little bit different because they had Mancini, world class, Pellegrini, well, like these guys were already big household names. But you then get to a point where, okay, I need the best of the best, but I also need a guy who can filter all of what we're trying to do as a football club throughout that. Pep Guardiola obviously embodies that. The whole of Manchester youth teams and all of that, they play how the first team plays. I feel like Newcastle will get to that stage if they continue on this trajectory. But where they're kind of lucky is they started in a better position than Man City. So they're not going to take 8 years or however long it took them, or 5 years, however long it took Man City to get to a good enough point to challenge for titles. Newcastle, give them next season, maybe they could be challenging. So I think it's a catch-22, but I feel like he would look at that and think, I want to go somewhere maybe with a bit more history. So that's why when Cal said United, I was like, you know what? United would be a shout, actually, because historically, biggest club alongside Liverpool. Look at the structure, look at the manager, playing alongside Casemiro. He's got English players there already. So, you know what I mean? Everything's just kind of working out for him. So, yeah, I think that might be a good shout still.
Okay. Oh, no, and I think you're spitting. I think what I'll say with the Jude situation, we won't touch on this for too long because I think it's probably it's probably, I don't want to talk about Jude, innit? Like, it's like man them chatting to me about a gal I never got, fam, and she tries to, she flirts with me but never links me kind of thing. Like, I'm not really on that, innit? But people are going to be thinking I'm talking from experience the way I'm using it.
I was going to say, like, you got to be careful with the kind of things that you say. That you get yourself in some deep trouble.
That's why I said I could get bagged, bro. That's why I said I get myself bagged, bro.
It's the fact you're just rattling off the stories, no breaks, no pauses.
No breaks, no nothing.
Yeah, always say, I'm not thinking, it's off the door, I'm not thinking about it. But I do want to get to the nitty gritty. Let me just hit a few of the comments. There's 147 people in the house right now. So people, first of all, again, smash that like button. We're not too far off 125 likes. So smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to GTV. Make sure you subscribe to Coppish. Make sure you obviously go and follow Tom on all socials as well. If anyone super chats enough money, Tom will actually he'll juggle both the books. He'll juggle Jordan Henderson and Henderson and Pep Lindis' book.
I said he would juggle both the books.
We done a deal. So
I need like a quid. Just someone donate like a quid. I'll bash me head against one of them. It'll try and make me forget this season. Try and give myself some amnesia.
So the thing, let me hit just a few of the comments before we go into Klopp in and Klopp out, because I feel like that's what everyone wants to hear. And you know, I was playing well when Klopp actually. Most people don't realize what they do when they're not playing ball. They're young and have money but no common sense. Thank God Trent has had his head screwed on. He's had his head screwed on, but he's a Hooters waitress now. So well, hopefully he fixes up and Wait, why did you laugh so late?
Right. It was because I was trying to keep it in, innit? I couldn't. I was trying to proper keep it in.
No, I've said it. Now listen, Cal, honestly, listen, it's fine. This is a safe space. We run Hooters FC. It's not Liverpool. This is Hooters FC. You know, you get two dancers for the price, two waitresses for the price of one. Matip, Trent, Gomez, get all of them light skin, take you down Chris Brown settings, man. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
Do you know
what? That tune's a banger though. So
it is a banger. It is a banger.
Shout out Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? But listen, make sure we hit the like button. Jurgen Klopp, does he deserve the job? Because obviously, I'm pretty sure. G, you are Klopp out, right? Yeah. Tom, are you Klopp out or Klopp in? I actually don't know this. Are you kind of
pretty much Klopp out? Yeah.
You're like pretty much.
No,
there.
Tom, say it with your like.
Take a deep breath. Are you Klopp out? Or are you like? Like which one?
At the end of the season, yeah. At the end of the season, yeah.
And Cal, I'm pretty sure you're Klopp in. I think I need to explain.
Yeah, I'm Klopp in.
Now, but Cal, by the way, guys, Cal's not like he's not Klopp in like as in like.
I'm not blind Klopp in.
Yeah, he's not blind Klopping. You know what I'm saying?
I know my dad's out there shotting food and he shouldn't be, but he's putting food on the table, innit?
Yeah, he's one of them ones. He's lying to you, but you know he's lying, but it's out of the goodness of his heart kind of thing.
I know, yeah. I know Dad's not got an office job. I know he just carries the suitcase and the briefcase as props, but I know he's out there. I know he's out there.
On a pursuit of happiness thing.
You really know that
I know Dad's out there doing the madness, but he's still Dad, isn't it?
But cool. How about this? All right, cool. How about this? I'm not Klopp in, but I'm not Klopp out. I'm Klopp save yourself. I think he should walk. If FSG don't sell, which is very likely, save yourself. Save yourself. Am I wrong for thinking like that? I'm sorry. It's a little bit of a different output. Because if FSG stay in the job, it's only going to get worse. And we're going to see a hero quickly become a villain. Very quickly become a villain. So if we sell, I'm willing to give him the time to try and turn this ship around. Even though he's the one who's this season punctured 80% of the holes in the ship. Do you know what I'm saying? You often hear the term a captain goes down with his ship. Nah, bro, save yourself, bro. Don't do this. Save yourself. Because for me, he's lost the players. What I saw in that Wolves game was the lack of basics, players not even doing they're not even trying to, they don't even give a dash. It looked, well, again, maybe they do give a dash, but it looked like they did not give a flying flower that game. They didn't give a dash. And it was horrible to see. And unfortunately, Klopp is being out-tacticked by 80 to 90% of the managers he's coming up against. He is consistently playing players out of position. He's going with Harvey Elliott on the left wing. He's playing Harvey Elliott right centre mid, while raving and ranting about how Oxlade-Chamberlain, how long it's taken him to get fit, how he's the most dynamic midfielder there is. But what do? You play him left wing, the only position where he's going to pull a hamstring. Thank the Lord he didn't pull a hamstring. And then what do? You sit him back on the bench and you don't even play him in midfield. You don't even do that. But you want to play banana foot in midfield. Naby banana foot. That's who you want to play in midfield. And then you apologize for not bringing in a midfielder. We forgave you. Well, I didn't forgive you, but Nuffman forgave you for saying I got it wrong. I brought in Nunes when I should have got a midfielder. And then you cheated again, bro. You said, listen, baby, I shouldn't have done. Baby, I was drunk. I cheated. I'm sorry. And then in the January transfer window, you done it again. You knew you needed a midfielder, and you done it again. So it's no longer logic. The reason I'm not Klopp out is emotion. It's not logic. It's emotion. The Klopp outers should be questioning the Klopp inners, not the other way around anymore. This man is responsible for 80% of the shit show that is going on at Liverpool Football Club. As sad as it is to say, out-tacticked, poor substitutions, lack of changing of a formation, and poor transfer decisions. And on top of that, don't give me Pep Linders because it still has to get okayed by Norbert. So I don't want to hear it. Do I love Klopp? With all my heart. With all my heart. But as Cal said, he's coming home, he's putting food on the table, but he's using food stamps and he's dressing up in a suit and he's walking around the city. He's not actually going to work. 7 months ago, we were the guys, bro. We were the guys 7 months ago. There is no place in football for sentimental managers. Football is becoming more and more ruthless every day. More and more money gets pumped into the Premier League every day. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the Prem go round. Money makes football go round. So if you think there's any place for Arsene Wenger's, late-term Arsene Wenger's, Jurgen Klopp's, if you think there's any time for any of them, Pochettino's, no, there isn't. Unless you're willing to invest, these men cannot give you sustained success. They can get you there, but they can't give you sustained success. So if you're holding Liverpool to the standards where you want them to have sustained success, you cannot be Klopp in with these owners. So unless you know something I don't, tell the man you love to walk, or ask for some ruthlessness. Because Klopp ain't ruthless. So make a decision. Sorry, guys, I'm done. You guys can talk now. I'm sorry. I kind of got into it. I got a little bit into it there. Sorry about that, guys.
Where do we even begin?
All right.
Where do we begin? Go on.
The problem I've got, if we had better owners, then I'd be saying Klopp out. But because we don't, and we don't know when we're going to get new owners, we're in the mud now. I don't want us underground. Klopp walks without new owners. We are no longer a mid-table team. We're 14th, 15th. We're that club. But at the same time, Klopp's been doing such a madness this season. You think to yourself, can he actually turn this around? Will he stop being sentimental? Will he stop having his favourites? But at the same time, if I'm an owner of a club and I'm looking at Klopp, I'm going, you need to turn this around in the next couple of weeks or else I'm going to sack you. If I was a Liverpool owner right now, I'm looking at Klopp saying, bro, couple weeks or else you're gone because we want to be here winning stuff. Problem is our owners don't really care like that. But so Klopp should. So you see the energy he's got for Firmino. You see the energy he's got for Firmino in press conferences, the energy he's got for James Pearce, the energy he's got for Carl, who he chewed out because he asked him about the midfield a couple of weeks ago. Do you have that energy for FSG? Because again, I'm not sitting there saying he's got to throw all the dirty laundry out in front of everyone. But it's just a simple, I wanted a midfielder, but we don't have the finances, or we don't have the structure to be able to do that. Let me know it's the owners and not you. Because if you let me know that, then I'm good. But what I will say to that is, you knew we needed a midfielder. You knew basically we needed a new engine, but you just wrapped the car basically to make it look pretty by buying Gakpo. Go and fix the engine, bro. Like, don't make the house look pretty unless you fix the damp. Because all that's going to happen is it's just going to soak through the wall again. Klopp has to make changes, but I can't sit here and be like, I'm Klopp out, because one, I don't know who will get in, and two, I don't know if any other manager, given the circumstances we've got, can do any better over a long period. Maybe a short term, maybe we finish 6th in the league this season with a new manager, with that manager bounce. But this time next season, we might be having the same conversation, or even worse.
Bro, Cal, he blew 100 mil on Nunes and Gakpo, bro.
Yeah,
that
gave us spaghetti and yeah, I know. Dad gave us spaghetti and fish fingers when he was popping bottles in the club with that one. I can't lie. Like,
yeah,
he shouldn't have been doing
what?
He shouldn't have.
Yeah, like what? Like, you see what I'm saying? Realist, come on now. Like, Carl, let me ask you this. G, let me ask you this. Tom, let me ask you this. Anyone who's played Sunday League, let me ask you this. When your manager was playing his son week in, week out, and he couldn't ball, did you ever see him getting benched?
No, you were told to work harder.
Yeah.
That used to piss me off, like left, right, and
We've all
center.
been there. There's always the one, the manager's son.
One of the favourites.
The favourites. He was never getting benched. So why do you, man, think this is going to change? Why?
You know, there's something that you said there, Cal, yeah, in regards to Klopp. And I always think this, and I'm starting to think it even more so as the season has just gone on and the January transfer window. We as fans, we know, well, we're just fans, so we're not professionals, so let me not say we know, but we think we need midfielders. I said it earlier on just before you come on. I don't feel Klopp looks at the team the way that we look at the team. Because
facts.
You've got to realize that you just said
when you need one.
He thinks we only need a Jude, for example, which I genuinely believe, yep, he wants Jude. If we can afford to get him, we'll get him. I do think if we can afford it, we'll probably get him. I think he probably would come. Klopp might have spoken to him enough, blah, blah, blah. He feels like he can get a Jude bring back Tyler Morton. As I said before, you bring back Tyler Morton. Bajcetic is now still playing. Henderson is going to stay at the football club. We know he's not leaving. So really, Fabinho, I feel like that's even a thing where he might just keep him for the depth of the squad. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. Boom. You know, I think he can go as well, but I do think maybe if we don't get like the right bid, like it might just come down to technicalities, and then it will just depend really. But I want him to.
I can see Sacco 2.0 with Fabinho. I think something's gone on that's just riled Klopp up this year with him.
Yeah,
the amount of times they're arguing on the football pitch.
Potentially,
Klopp sees this. We see this.
Yeah, and it's like you got to realize: are we all seeing the same thing? Like, I honestly sometimes, bro, he just spent. Like, listen, we know FSG, and it's funny now because Man City have been alleged to have had all of these things happen. So now the question is, are FSG even as bad as we think? But it is what it is. When you're looking at like Liverpool in the structure that we have, remember you knew what the structure was. Like you knew. So you can't sit here and turn around and tell everybody like what Kyle was saying. Now it can't even be a question of that because the reality is you signed a new contract on that basis of this is how we work. This is how we're going to continue to work. We obviously got these. They probably even had a conversation in regards to what their potential revenue streams would have been in the futures to come. Blah blah blah. All of that kind of stuff that we're not going to be privy to. So this is kind of what we're maybe going to kind of have for you. Blah blah blah. You knew all of this. So if you knew all of this, hence the reason why I asked: is he seeing the team the same way? Why did you buy Nunes and Gakpo? Even though we knew that you went in for Tchouaméni and you didn't go in for anybody else. In the January, you didn't even try to go in for anybody else.
Can I say one thing? Sorry, really quick. Can I say one thing real quick? To Pep's profoundly prodigious, I mean, you can talk about Liverpool spend, but as a Man City fan, surely we can't be doing this now. Like,
yeah, look, let's not do that money for Man City, man. It's all long. Yeah.
You're basically out here saying guns are bad while you're shooting bullets in the air. Like, what are we doing as a Man City fan? That's very brazen of you still to be talking about money spent and all that. Like let's be real, Man City.
I think City should just exit all conversations about money. Like, you can't talk.
That's crazy.
Man City, aka YSO, and aka I might just get hit with the Rico McMillan. Like, I'm not really trying to hear it from you, man. I'm gonna be real. Like, you got a Rico case going. You got a Rico on your pivot, which is why you lost at Tottenham. Please, less of that. Now,
that's crazy.
Just to spruce something on to what you said as well, G. You said obviously we tried to go for Tchouaméni. You also said that we splashed the money wrong, or poorly, of course. And what is crazy to me is that you also offered. You gave a man that plays right wing £350,000 a week. Now, some people will make the case that Salah is a system player. Now, whether you think he is or whether you think he isn't, one thing is for sure, and this is a fact. When the system is booming, Salah is your best player. He is the one who's going to get you the most goals guaranteed. As I said, people may prefer Mane, but in terms of your output, no one is going to be more consistent than Mohamed Salah. When the system is working. That is a big when. That's a big if. When the system is working. So if you break a piece out of the system, and when that piece is Sadio Mane, breaks away, cool. And the only thing left that can make the system even maybe half work, because we've seen the system work without Sadio Mane when Jota's gone left wing. So don't give me any of that. We've seen Jota play left wing and it worked. We've seen Diaz play left wing and it worked. So, but that's when we've had a false nine. So when you take the false nine out of the equation, so now you've taken 2/3 of the attacking system. You've taken 2/3 out and you've put something in there that is not usually there. You've gone with a number 9 rather than a false 9, even though Nkunku was there. Chelsea have gone and got João Felix on loan, so I don't want to hear nothing about there's no one available. Yeah, How can you put everything on a man that thrives in a system, but then break down the system even more? It's tactically inept.
We've devolved. You know, like you're supposed to evolve as a football team and, you know, change things up and get better and try and find... We've went backwards. We've went back 10 years. We've gone from inside forward, you know, the wingers drifting into the half space between the fullback and centre-back and scoring your goals, to, all right, Mo, here's Mark Albright in 2015-16, goals, skills, highlights, YouTube compilation. See what he does there on that right wing? I need you to do that because Nunes is going to be in the box, or Joss is going to be in the box, or Firmino is going to be in the box. But it never gets there because the midfield's broke. Do you want to know what the most telling thing is? Our players don't trust our midfield. Our best attacks, each and every one of our best attacks in the past 5 games has been a Trent long ball over the entire team, straight up to the attack, because we don't trust our midfield. We can't build up through it. And when you don't trust your midfield, you're done out here. And it's just, from top to bottom, it's a mess. And we're going into the toughest part of any successful legacy, should we say, when you have to rebuild a winning team, because it's so hard to separate your loyalties and what they've done in the past from what they can do now for some people. And I don't think that suits anyone else more than Klopp, because of how good he is at making bang average players hit levels that they never thought they could by being emotional with them, tapping into them sides, generating such close relationships. When it comes time to let them go off to uni, they don't do it. They say, no, stay at home. You're better off here. We can't afford the accommodation. You're better off here. We'll keep you around for 12 months and then you can go find someone at uni, go live there next year. No. You cut them loose. You let them go off and explore. Let them go off and do their thing. But I don't think he's going to do that. And if he doesn't do that, we're in trouble, because we'll rock up to next year with Jordan Henderson starting right centre mid again, and Fabinho starting DM again, and James Milner starting right back again.
Bro, we've got Danny Murphy saying Henderson should be playing every game. We've got Curtis Jones saying his idol was Ronaldinho. Oh, Cal, did you hear what Curtis Jones said about Ronaldinho?
I didn't know.
Oh, well, good. You don't have to go through it like the rest of us. Curtis Jones said, my idol is Ronaldinho, and he's always been my idol because we have similar dribbling styles, and my friends call me Curtis Dino.
This one's 22 years of age, by the way. 22 years of age.
Like I said, I'm not even... Curtis, you do your thing. I big up yourself for the hype and that. Cool. I'm not even going to, because otherwise we'll just start getting mad. What I was going to say about even what you're saying there is like, what I don't... and this is why I say context is key, and this is why I don't want to just diminish anything Klopp has done, because I personally think he has done an amazing job at Liverpool. I think he's like been obviously our best manager in this last however many years, blah 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 blah, all of that good stuff. But context is so key in football, especially. People act like this, as you just said, because you just mentioned about bang average players and made them hit heights and blah blah blah. Name me one team that he's walked into and he's already had good players there who are at a somewhat world-class to elite kind of level. He's never, ever been to a club like that. Mainz, Dortmund, none of them ever had players of that kind of level. The why I say that is because that's why I'm so against him having a rebuild. And that's why I'm against, because as Tom said, trying to then send your kids off to uni and you're thinking, nah, let me not do that. Let me keep you here for a little while and trying to find that balance. I don't trust him to be able to do that. I don't think he's going to be able to make those key decisions. Whereas a new manager will do those kind of decisions, because a new manager is not tied to anybody on the team. They're not tied to anybody here. So the loyalty now is just completely gone in that regards. And you're only here based on the sheer fact that, one, it doesn't matter it could be a Thomas Frank, Thomas Tuchel, Zidane, Pep Guardiola. You're here because we trust in what your abilities are as a coach, Mikel Arteta. Like, that's why we're gonna mess with you. That's why we're gonna fuck with you as a manager. They're now looking at Klopp, and it's a case of, well, I've been super loyal to you for the last 5 years, so really I don't want to leave. And we've heard Klopp say they ain't kicking nobody out. You know what I mean? If you want to stay, then you stay, kind of thing. So I feel like, again, without diminishing anything he's done, because Klopp, as like, we can criticize as well as, you know what I mean, like big him up at the same time. He's been an amazing manager, but I think his remit at the football club was not to take Liverpool to that level. I don't think he was ever supposed to do that. I just think he was brought in. This is his period of time. His period of time, take Liverpool from the dumps, get us shining again, get us fighting on the same level. Obviously, if you can stay up that level, which we did for a few seasons, up until this season, stay there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But there is going to come that point where you ain't going to be able to go further than this under this current model anyway. Obviously, if we had Man City owners, it's a different conversation. But under these owners, you can't go any further. So we're probably going to need a change of individual because we're going to need new ideas, new style, and new everything. I think another manager comes into this team with certain players in this squad. Bang, bang, bang. Thiago, he ain't going to be running around no more. You know what I'm trying to say? Trent, he's going to be in his right position, wherever the hell that is. Salah, you're going to hit the bench. I don't care if you're on 350 bags a week. I need a Mikel Arteta who looks at an Aubameyang and says, I don't care about you. I care about the team. That's all I'm here for. I'm only here for the team. You're super irrelevant if you're going to become a hindrance. And that's what Salah is at the moment. But Klopp won't drop that. Loyalty, time, best friends, all of these kind of little things, they're all playing a part into why Klopp is going to continuously just keep failing. But that's not to say if new owners came in, all that's going to change is we're just going to have the same type of players, but just more of them. Yeah, you might get your Judes, but we're going to be getting more Simicasses and Minaminos and Origis. That's what we're actually going to see, but we're going to have a squad. So it just depends on what you're trying to see moving forward. I want to see good football. I want to see something
starting now, by the way. All those guys, those Minaminos, those Origis, they'll be playing right now. I'll be real. Last thing I wanted to say before we get to the comments and we round this video off. My Darwin Núñez agenda. Now, obviously, I haven't really spoken about this for a while. I haven't. Was I too harsh, or is it? And I told you so. At this point because we're now in February, it's nearly Valentine's Day, and I've been cursed, crushed, heckled, corned, and he's still missing chances.
See, I think you've been harsh, but I don't think the basis of what you say is wrong.
Okay.
So I was pretty vocal when we signed him that I didn't think he was the right guy. I think he's more of a project player. He would have been perfect if we had him last season, for example, where you've got Mane and you've got Jota there, and then you can throw Núñez here and there to let him develop. Where I say you've been harsh, though, is I think you've completely written him off. And I don't think he's a player you can completely write off. I don't think he's going to hit. Like, when people compare him to Torres and Suarez and stuff, that's
in 2 years. I said it'll come good in 2 years, Cal. But I say we ain't got 2 years. We ain't got 2 years.
We do now.
That's part of the problem, but that's not necessarily his fault. That's the club's fault for not identifying.
This isn't like this isn't a Darwin Núñez thing. Like it's his fault. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's not my business that whoever coached him when he was coming up didn't teach him how to dribble. Like that's not my business. I'll be honest. Like I've just said it from now. If Liverpool were at the top of their game, challenging for quads and shit, Núñez does not start for Liverpool. I don't even know if he makes the bench. The gap between Núñez and Origi is not as vast as people think.
No, it's not. But then again, if you have a prime, if Jota's fit this season, so here's the thing. I think that's blown up in Klopp's face.
Núñez starts over Jota. That was getting screamed when he had 3 good games. When Núñez had 3 good games, West Ham, Spurs, and it was one other game where he played. I think was it Southampton? Yeah, those 3 games, I was hearing no, Jota don't start. He doesn't start.
Jota walks into this.
Yes, I called Núñez a dickhead. Yes, I was angry. All right, I'm sorry. I called him a dickhead.
That's mad.
That day, I went.
Yes, I was angry.
Yeah, all right. I hold my hands up. Like, what more with that one? I'm not gonna argue that one in it. Yeah, I called him a dickhead. Like,
you got me.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that one is what it is. I apologize. But as Cal said, the basis of what I was saying is that Núñez, if you hold Liverpool to last year's standards, he's not good enough for Liverpool at this moment in time. If you hold Liverpool to the standards we're at now, of course he's good enough for Liverpool. Of course he is. Of course he is. I generally think that
technically he's still not.
Technically, because he's still not scoring goals. And as I said that I generally think Origi would get more goals if he was playing every game than Núñez would have now. I think Origi would have had more goals by now if he played every game. He wouldn't play every game because Klopp wouldn't like him anyways. But in a make-believe world, that's generally what I'd think. I generally think Núñez, obviously there's a player there. We all agree there's a player there, but you don't pay 64 rising to 85 for, there's a player there. You don't get, there's a player there, so we're going to pay 80 million. Like, that's never been it. That's never been it. Like, I don't understand why people are so protected and people have always congratulated someone or applauded or lauded someone for doing the basics, making runs, creating movement. That is basics. If you do not do that as a footballer and you're known as a high-class striker or potential to be a high-class striker, I'm very worried. We laughed at Timo Werner for years and we are doing the same thing. It's not Núñez's fault. And do I wish, personally, in my opinion, if you bring him in, you keep Mane. Or you bring him in, you let him learn off someone. But unfortunately, he's been thrown into the deep end. But the way Klopp has brought him in and not gone for anyone else, it puts the message out there to say, no, he's the guy right now.
I think he was meant to be playing behind Jota, but because Jota's been picking up injuries, he's had to be fast-tracked. I don't think the plan was for him to be a star or a man. So
you fast track a striker instead of getting a midfielder.
Oh no! This is what I would do, Monts. Let me make that very clear. I'm just saying. I saw Klopp with the smoking gun in it. I'm not saying I would have shot it. I want to make that clear before anyone starts questioning my football knowledge. I wouldn't have done what Klopp's done.
But that's what I mean. I think I understand people want to get behind the player, and I understand that. But there's blindly doing it, and there's actually thinking logically and going, hold on a minute, this guy's actually not that good. At this moment in time, he's not actually that good, and he's not really helping us. And, it is unfortunately the situation we're in. And Darwin Núñez, who I think next season will be a better season for him. And yeah, he has been fast-tracked, but I'm tired of hearing excuses for someone who's missed so much. You can't miss. I've never seen the amount of misses I've seen and the amount of excuses for the misses. I'm hearing at least he hit the target this time against Jose Sa. Are you crazy? At least he hit the target? The excuses, and then the next thing, the next excuse I'll hear is, why are you talking about Darwin Núñez? That he's the least of our issues. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean? We have the highest missed chances. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on. But listen,
they're all
is there anything else you lot want to say on Núñez before we go to the comments and we close the show out?
I would say I've never been his biggest fan. I do think this time next season, though, I do think we'll see a better version. This season could actually be a blessing in disguise for him, being thrown in the deep end, because he's got to learn how to swim quicker. But if I'm seeing what he's doing this season, if I'm seeing that next season, we may have to cut our losses before it gets really, really silly.
Okay. And obviously, Cal, we was talking about the Bobby contract. Yes or no? Extension 1 year. Yes or no?
You know this is a hard one for me to answer, bro.
I said yes, innit? So don't worry. You won't be on your own. If you say yes, you won't be on your own. I've said this from the beginning of the season. I don't think we should be giving Bobby a new contract until the end of the season. Yeah.
We need to make an
It's his fitness.
He's not available. He's not available.
Told you, bro.
The body's breaking down. The body's breaking down. And Klopp's still taking him to car parks late at night and doing donuts. But He's only meant to be doing short journeys now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's only meant to be doing short journeys. You're meant to be going to the shop, picking up your small shopping, not your big shopping, not a Costco shop. You do your small bit of shopping, you know, like your fruit, your veg and stuff like, and drive home. But Klopp taking him down to the car parks when it's late and doing donuts. Like, we get the body looks nice still, but the engine, you know what the engine's saying.
He's having to jumpstart it every time he wants to go somewhere.
Yeah. Pushing it down the hill. Never parks on his road because he parks on the hill, so he's got a little jump start. Like,
that is killing me. But yeah, I hear it. As I said, I think the fact that Bobby has been our best player in front of goal says a lot this season. Just to hit some of these comments, obviously big up Monts says let's get the lights to 150 people. Don't know who he is, but big him up. The
way you said it so fast, like don't know who he is, but big up.
Assad says big up. Assad, everyone told me that Werner was going to blow up for the following season because he was causing chaos. The biggest problem is the midfield on defense. I think at this moment it's all three. I think it's all over the pitch, top to bottom at this point. Before it was more a midfield thing, and now we have strippers in defense and we have cones in attack. So yeah. Triple P says tell him Monts.
Yeah. Triple P's also said another comment that you might bring up, which I actually fully agree with.
Werner was more technically sound than Darwin Núñez. 100%. Werner can dribble.
100%. Núñez, I'm more technically sound. Come on.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, Werner. Do you not see the goal Werner scored against Madrid?
Yeah, but Werner's always been like that, though. I just think
when he cut them
was just the wrong place.
Like, bro, I generally think like there's confidence players in it, and Timo Werner, his confidence just shows in his finishing way too much for you to invest in him. That's what it is, innit? Because when he started at Chelsea, I remember he let the ball run through his legs, nuts the man, cut it past another man, and slapped it bottom corner when he first arrived. The man weren't calling him dead at finishing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why Klopp is at fault for this shit show, and yet people don't want to accept it, says Captain Sal. We all expected so much from Núñez. I didn't either. Monts, remember Klopp against Palace said the only reason Núñez started was because Firmino was injured. That there tells me he was meant to ease him in. Hear it?
Doesn't explain headbutting someone, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Chaos career, 100 million for a bench player then. Verge is a big miss right now. We keep losing without him. This is why another thing I can
losing with him.
I was gonna say we're losing with the guy.
No, one thing I would say about Verge has been bad, but Verge has been bad for his standards. So I hope we know that Verge is bad and Gomez is bad and Matip's bad. It's three different bads.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, do you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have a bad Virgil than any of this stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bad Virgil will be one of Joe Gomez's best performances of the season.
Literally, Taryn says still can't believe Nkunku was snubbed, even though he suited our style. And now he's gone to the ops. João Felix, he's gone to the ops. After I was saying he's on a death row. That's why I didn't even consider Felix, because I thought he was on a death row. He's not even. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought he was on a death row contract. It's mad. It's mad. So, you know,
I actually sympathize with the club on the Núñez and Nkunku. I understand the decision, why they made the decision. I never said I agree with it. No, do you know what? Bunny, I did say I agreed with it at the time. I'll be honest with you. I can't. Nkunku's a better footballer. It's not even close. But in terms of us needing to change our style, because the false nine playing was becoming very predictable and teams were figuring it out. I understood getting a Núñez type player. I did.
Yeah. Were they figuring it out
for him?
Or were we getting tired? That's just the question I like to ask sometimes. Were they figuring it out or were we getting tired? Because even though
both. It was both.
We've been saying the false nine's been getting bland since the start of last season. We've been saying it for a minute. But even then, we still pumped up everyone last season. Everyone got smoked up last season. Smoked up. So
when we changed it, because Mane did change from Firmino. When it was Firmino and Mane playing left wing, it weren't pretty.
Yeah, it was binking. It was stinking and binking a little piece. But I hear it.
It weren't pretty.
In a different performing team, a better Liverpool, the opinions around Núñez will be different. Only now we need him to bang ASAP.
He just needs a 10 behind him. He just needs someone to link up the midfield and him.
He needs too much. He
Oh,
needs
you mean
too
like
much
Carvalho?
control.
You mean like Carvalho, Tom?
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know
that would
what
be
he's
nice.
done wrong,
That
but
would be nice.
who knows what he's done wrong? I'd love to know why
Imagine
we
when we got
signed
one
the £7
sitting
million
in,
word. Like,
Um,
Cody Gakpo played there in the World Cup, so it's not like we've got no tens.
Oh, Cody Gakpo, don't talk to me about him. Triple P says facts isn't agenda, Montel. You have been vindicated. I've been told by so many people I have an agenda. I'm almost starting to believe it myself. I did call him a dickhead, though, and I do apologize for that. You're right, Monts. Noodles is arse. If Liverpool were hitting their heights, Noodles would be a bench warmer at best.
I don't agree.
People need to understand homegrown rule. You can't get rid of 5 without replacing them. Salah doesn't have a proper placement. All these youngsters, Peter Griffin says, all these youngsters won't work in this system. He has turned the left wing into a centre mid and the right wing into a centre mid. Still waiting on Curtis 10 goals and 10 assists that he promised at the start of the season.
I don't even need the zero. You can get rid of the zeros. I just need the 1 in either category at this point.
Oh, Kyle, that's a throwback. I won't even keep that one up. You know what? I won't even keep that one
No,
up.
keep up, because Triple P knows what he's doing this stream. He's trying to rattle me. Never once did I say I don't rate Ronaldinho. He knows this. He's just trying to get a reaction. I'm not going to satisfy him. Pause.
Cool. Big up Liverpool 12th man, hindsight merchants and reactionary fans. Shake my head. What has the world come to where a man can do a George Jefferson and want to show him the door? Hashtag Wheezy. If anyone wants to decipher that one for me, probably a Wheezy bar. And maybe he's getting on to me. I don't know.
I think he's talking about what we were talking about, like in regards to just Klopp in general, and the fact that some of us want him to leave, some of us want him to stay, and that Wheezy bar does ring a bell, but I don't really know the context as to why we used here like that.
I think he's saying we're being reactionary. I think that was the message. We're being reactionary.
Yeah.
Nunes is the only player we're dependent on now. Salah not scoring. Nunes is great up front. Great. He just needs to work on his finishing work. I need to stop doing this. Maybe I do have an someone needs to take him out of the field and get it right in.
I'm all for defending
that's
Nunes.
The problem I have with that comment.
Why are we sitting there saying, it's okay.
You have to work with your finishing.
Your job is to score the goals, but it's okay that you're not good at scoring the goals because you're doing the job I don't need you to do. You're running around really well, but when it comes down to what I pay you for, you're not there yet.
So Callum, you man moved from a dangerous false 9 formation and went for a certified gunman, flopped, and now that's affected your best player Salah. The L is hefty.
It is hefty.
The L is hefty. With Jota and Diaz, it's a whole different attack. But we've been, as I said, like me and G said at the very start of the stream, we've been taking bangs since Fulham, bro, since you went to the cottage, G. Them man were all there.
Buying this myth that all of a sudden, like I'm not really buying. I think we'll play
this season.
Will they start if they're fit?
James one says, Callum, do you want to read this? Callum, do you want to read this? I could read it.
If Jota and Diaz are fit, they start in an instant. Who's keeping him out?
If everyone is fit, no. And Cal, remember what I said? We look at the team differently to the way Jurgen Klopp looks at the team. So I'm asking again, does Jurgen Klopp look at it when everyone is fit? Is he looking at the team and saying Diaz and Jota and Salah are my front three? I do not think so. I don't think he looks at that front three.
If he's not thinking like that, then respectfully, Klopp's got to go.
You do,
and I agree.
This is what I'm saying. If Roberto Firmino remontada, he's earned himself starting spot for the rest of the season as Firmino until the end of the season.
As a 10. Cal, you need Philippe Monts with a big star. The man online talking crap from Marnin. Monts my brother, man. I couldn't do that. Me and Monts always disagree on stuff as well. Don't think me and Monts don't go back and forth on stuff. That's my brother, but we still disagree.
100%. All right, last one. Big up Sahid. He says Klopp is the greatest man, but Liverpool need to win the game next Monday. Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield. Liverpool need to win the game. Good luck for that. Come on, Liverpool, win the match. At this point, at this point, I don't know what Liverpool we're going to get. The odds are 5-1 for Everton to win at Anfield. So if you don't want to think you can make some, hey, listen, I ain't saying nothing. But, hey, y'all gotta eat. You know what I'm saying?
Not terrifying about that game. Corners and crosses to Calvert-Lewin, to Connor Cody, to James Tarkowski, to Onana. Who else is told they've got? They'll just keep pumping them in. It's not like we've got Van Dijk to head them away. After seen Joe Gomez win ahead for 3 games.
Yeah. They're coming to do. This ain't gonna be the same Everton. I don't think. Like I don't feel like it's gonna be a game where we're gonna just. I think we will probably be better in our overall play, but they're gonna come there and do a job. I won't be surprised if Liverpool lose. I will tell you that much. Whether we lose or not, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if they come there 1-0 it and go home. I won't be surprised, bro.
But listen, guys, we have reached the end of the stream. The stream was supposed to end half an hour ago, but you know what happens when we get to talking about Liverpool. This was a long funeral service. Thank you. As I said, we're taking any donations, any super chats will go straight to the Liverpool midfield. Straight, not to FSG. We'll filter it straight to Liverpool midfield. As I said, the price of Joe Gomez has dropped to a staggering 25 pence. So any donations that we need. In fact, you know what? Fuck that. Donate everything to Turkey and Syria. I just eat it. Sorry, guys. I'm bugging. I'm bugging out. Donate everything to Turkey and Syria and prayers to everyone and all the craziness that's going on over there with the earthquakes. As I said, prayers to all the families that are suffering over there. Just going to quickly shout out all the members quickly. Big up UK Beats Daniel and D1 Millie, the Bigsixbants members that have joined in the last week. Big up, honestly, Ed, Jamie Phillips as well. Big up Jamie Phillips, 7 months as a Bigsixbants member. Big him up. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. Big up Murtaza as well. And Solo, 6 months on the highest tier of the Bigsixbants membership. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for the modding, the work that you do on the channel. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you loads. Paul Tierney, Roms, Andy, Baz, all on 3 months as a Bigsixbants member. Appreciate you guys. Big up JT, Chelsea OG, Joel Madonka, Aiden Andrews, and Kaz, all on 7 months. It's crazy. Big up you guys, long-standing Bigsixbants members. And obviously big up T-Baby on the 2nd tier of the Bigsixbants membership. We appreciate you. Guys, smashed up the like button. Keep smashing the like button. We're on 169 likes. So if you're watching this back, smash the like button. Make sure you go and subscribe. There is 144 people in here. So Solo, can you put in the link to G's channel, please? And make sure you go and subscribe to GTV ASAP. I'm sure Solo will link in ASAP. Make sure you go and subscribe to Coppish. You might find me over there talking some more ish. It was me and Matt had a good stream the other day, post game, very emotional and all that stuff there. And obviously, big up Tom as well. Tom, is there anything you want to shout out for the people them as well, where they could find you and all that good stuff?
Just Twitter and YouTube is the same thing that's on the screen there.
Good stuff. Make sure you go follow Tom. You'll find him everywhere. Guys, it's been another episode of Bigsixbants. Usually we leave it on a nice, funny note, but at the end of the day, it's how many signings have Liverpool made again, guys?
Oh shit! 2000. It's 2000. God damn it! 9. Damn it!
We'll see you guys next time.
There you go.
I hate it.